Hey guys, Jen D'Souza here, and I wanted to come to you with some tips. I was actually thinking about this. I was thinking, how did I build my business? And what I did was a lot of face-to-face networking, and I know that that's something that kind of terrifies a lot of people, makes people kind of want to throw up their mouths a little bit thinking about it. And I had a lot of fun with it. I know not everybody has my personality, but even though I am outgoing and loud, I'm also really shy. And I do also really get nervous about networking, especially when it's a new group and I don't know anybody. But that's how I built my business. And this morning I was on a training call, and lo and behold, it was about not networking face-to-face so much, but networking online and building relationships, because whether you're doing it in person or online, it's all about building relationships. If you have a business and you have products and services that you want people to buy and pay for, you need to meet people, right? I mean, you're going to run out of friends and family pretty soon, no matter how big a circle you have. However big your personal network is, you're going to run out of people. You need to meet other people. So that's what I did when I started in network marketing. I don't even know, 7 years ago now. We moved from the East Coast back to California, and I thought, oh, that's where all my friends and family are. It'll be a piece of cake. And guess what? It wasn't, because people had moved on and moved out, and they didn't have the same interests as me. And it turned out I had a really small network of people. And so all I could think of to do was get out and find where the other entrepreneurs were, right? So and that's what you got to do. Honestly, that's what you got to do. You got to go find the other entrepreneurs, find the like-minded people. So I put together 3 things that I think are going to help take some of that stress and pressure off of networking, because I think that's why it's not fun, right? So let's take that stress and that pressure off. Let's make it fun, and let's make it profitable. I mean, I don't want you going to meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting and spending, $20 on a lousy dinner and a night away from your family, or, a couple hours at lunch where you could be getting work done. I want your networking efforts to be beneficial and to be profitable. So here are some tips for doing that. Tip number 1. Now, I know I just talked about making these events profitable, so this is going to sound a little counterintuitive, but tip number 1 is stop focusing on and thinking about profits. That's not what you're supposed to focus on. And I know people do. I will tell you, the first couple of things I went to were chamber events, and I would have people come up to me and say, their whole attitude was like, "Hi, who are you and how can you help me? Would you be a customer of mine? No? Okay." And they would walk away. And I mean, that was such an awful feeling, right? It's not how we want to approach people. And that's not how to look at the night. I've also had people on my team that I have encouraged to network, get out there. Jennifer, how did you build your big team? Well, I went to networking events. I met people. I talked to people. And so they would go. They would sign up for a chamber event or a meetup group, or go as a guest to a team meeting or a BNI meeting or something like that. And they would call me and be like, "Yeah, nobody was interested. No, I didn't sell anything." You're not there to sell anything. This isn't a sales meeting. This is a networking meeting. The point of going to a networking meeting is to meet people, to meet new people outside of your own network, because every single one of those people you meet, they have their own network. So you want to meet them. That is how you're going to get introduced. That's how you're going to put yourself into their network. So you are there to meet people, not sell stuff. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, stop making it about you. Okay. I know those of us in direct sales, I can't really speak for other industries, but those of us in direct sales, a lot of us have been trained to kind of vomit our products and business on people like the first chance we get, right? Like our mindset and our mentality is, I have this person right here, right now. I have to download absolutely everything. Like, here's my chance. This is my only chance. I have to take this chance. If I don't do it, I'm a failure. I'm going to fail at my business. I'm never going to grow a business. Holy crap, you guys. Like, no wonder you hate networking events. That's awful. That is so much pressure on you to say the right thing at the right moment and to convince somebody to do something. That's so much pressure on you. And think about what it feels like for the person on the other end. They didn't ask to be sold to. They didn't ask for you to vomit your opportunity all over them, right? They're just there to meet people. So get that out of your mind. Get that off of your agenda. You are not there to sell to people. You are there to meet people, to make friends, to build relationships, okay? So stop talking about yourself. Stop focusing on telling somebody every detail about your business and start asking lots of questions. Ask questions and then shut your mouth. Ask questions and shut your mouth. Hey, nice to meet you. So what do you do? Oh, that sounds amazing. How long have you been in business? Where's your business? What's your ideal client? How can I help you? Who are you looking for? Who are you interested in meeting? How do you help your customers? And it doesn't have to stay business related. Move on to, family. When I was in a BNI group in California, the only reason I'm not anymore is because I moved. I loved the group, and a ton of us were boy parents. Like a lot of us had kids. It was a lunch meeting, and a lot of us had lunch meetings because of our kids' schedules. And a lot of us had boys. And so we would just bond and laugh about the crazy, ridiculous things that little boys do and what it's like to be a parent of boys. Had nothing to do with business, but you know what? We were building relationships and we liked each other and we totally connected and we trusted each other. And I would happily refer people to those people and their businesses because I liked them and I knew them and I trusted them. And that's what you're going for. Okay. So get to know the person. It doesn't even matter about business, right? You don't know what's coming down the line. Just go ask them questions and get to know them. You're there to build relationships, not to sell stuff. And then the third thing, and let me say that this is not a list of the order of importance. This is not number one's most important. No, this is if you decide not to do any of these three things, don't bother going, okay? All of these things are vital. If you are not doing these three things, so focusing on just meeting people instead of sales, asking lots of questions and making it about getting to know them versus spewing everything about you. And the third thing is having a system in place to build a relationship after you meet them. Okay, because tonight I'm at a chamber event. I'm at a Chamber of Commerce event. I'm meeting some people. This isn't my one and only opportunity with these people. This is just opening the door. This is making that initial connection. Then it's about what do you do from there? Okay, so you have to have a system in place and know how you're going to follow up with these people and how you're going to take this from a friendly, hey, I just met this person at a chamber event to, oh yeah, that's my friend so-and-so. She has this great business. You got to check it out. Okay, because that relationship, that doesn't happen at the event when you meet the person. That happens down the line through time. So how are you going to follow up with them? Know before you go so that you can ask their permission. Hey, you know what? It's been so fun talking to you. Do you mind if I send you a Facebook friend invite? Can we connect on Facebook? Can I send you a link to my page? Would you Would you want to follow my page? Can I add you to my email? I send out this great newsletter that's full of like tips and there's funny things. And sometimes I throw in some recipes or just crazy stories about my kids or whatever. Would you mind if I added you to that? And that way you can kind of see what I do and what I'm all about. Can I follow you on Facebook? Do you have a business page I can follow? Do you have a newsletter you can sign me up for so I can get to know more about you? And if they don't want to be on your newsletter or they don't want to do Facebook, hey, can we meet for coffee? Hey, can we, I'll just email them directly or whatever it's going to be. But figure that out beforehand. Figure out that way you're going to connect with them and ask them if it's okay. Ask for their permission. Please do not go just collecting a billion cards and then adding everybody to your email list. You're going to get really unpopular really quickly doing that. Ask if it's okay. Ask their permission, but you need to know what you're asking their permission for, right? If they say no, if they're like, honestly, I get bombarded with email, I can't even keep up, just go, okay, well, I would love to keep in contact with you. I would love to keep connecting. I'd love to see what you're up to. What's the best way to do that? You want to grab coffee, I'll just email you directly. Oh, I've got an event coming up. I'll send you an invitation, whatever that is, but figure that out before you're going, okay? And that's it. Those are the 3 things. I will tell you right now, the biggest mistake I have made in my business is not having that 3rd thing in place. Like I was great at going to places and meeting with people and connecting, but honestly, I would months later find a stack of business cards and have no idea who these people were or where I met them. I couldn't even remember because I loved going to networking events. I loved meeting new people. But I didn't have a plan in place what to do with them afterwards and how to connect and how to build that relationship. And honestly, you guys, I have lost out in probably tens of thousands of dollars and teammates and parties and all kinds of stuff because I didn't have that in place. So if you need help with that, please reach out to me. Please do not hesitate to ask me, Jen, how do I do that? I'm coming home with stacks of business cards and I don't know what to do with them and I don't know how to keep them organized and I don't know how to follow up with these people. What do I do? Reach out to me because I have learned the hard way. So I'm happy to help you figure that out and get that in place because I don't want you missing out on building those relationships. That's what it's all about. So thank you guys for your time. I hope that helped. I hope that helps take some of that immediate pressure off. I know we go thinking like, this is my shot. This is going to be my one moment. It's not. It's not. This is your opportunity to just go and be open. You never know who you're going to come across, who you're going to meet. And that person might never buy from you, but maybe they know they have this great network of people that is just going to be this amazing opportunity for you. You never know. So go with an open mind, put all your expectations aside, focus on meeting people and building relationships and having that plan so that you don't have to do all of that in one night. You don't have a 2-hour meeting, most of which is speeches and, whatever. Take that pressure off. Make it easier on yourself, make it fun, make it about meeting people and having a great time. Okay, so for more tips, just visit jenniferdesouza.com. I'm probably going to be doing a lot more segments on networking because I have done so much of it and learned so much along the way. And I know it is something that really kind of intimidates and scares people, especially when they're starting. So I want to help you out any way I can. And if you have questions for me, please reach out to me. You can find me on Facebook on Jennifer D'Souza. That's my fan page. And jen@jenniferdesouza.com is my email. So however you need to get a hold of me, get a hold of me. I'm there and happy to answer your questions. All right, my camera's about to die, so I guess that's it. Bye, guys. Go out and conquer the world.